All right, and we're back. All right, and we're back. So, yeah, apparently, so I'm doing my IT chores, and I've gotten through taking pictures of all the receipts, importing the pictures into the computer, then opening my image tags or file tags spreadsheet and finding all the receipt images and tagging them in there on the receipts sheet. Oh no, I just did the devil horns. So yes, we are in the world, living in the world, and we have to buy things if we don't have our land that we pay property tax on. I think the other camera might work. Let me try. Oh yeah, this is already the good camera. All right. Still not great, but it's okay. Low resolution, and yet the computer can still not keep up with the stream 45 minutes or longer very well. So I think it's only like 480p or something too. It's definitely not 720. The computer itself is already lagging. Video is 7, yeah, so it's 480p. So it's already only streaming 480p. So that's what we can do. So yeah, I've got the images tagged, and then I think there's no harm in showing this screen. So just got all these iPhone pictures, and then I have a column for tip, vendor, date, time, location is private, whatever. So the first thing I do is just vendor. So you can just look at these pictures real quick and see Taco Bell, Target, Taco Bell, and then like 7424. 74, if I want to sort these, I can if they're not. 7424, vendor, Taco Bell. And then, it does autocomplete too. So anywhere else, if I see, Alt Tab, 7430. And the computer's just lagging so bad that it's taking a second, but it should pop up Taco Bell. See, or autocomplete. Alt Tab, rinse and repeat, 7430, 7431, and whatever this one is, 33. Alt Tab, 31, Taco Bell. 33, Taco Bell. It's not auto-completing fast enough. But you get it. When I'm not streaming, it goes faster. And then, yeah, like say I want to know all the, wait, it doesn't even have, oh, it's because I've got scroll, total price, tip, vendor. It didn't make sense that tip was first. Like, what? Okay, total price. So it probably makes more sense to have vendor over a couple columns, but whatever. I think I had a problem cutting the column and pasting it before, but can I like shift? Can I really cut the column? Cut and then paste before. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this. Undo, undo, undo. I think that, yep, okay, redo. All right, get the point. So yeah, I was just saying at the end of the last stream, like, even if I don't have an immediate use for this, it's just like kind of a habit. It's something I know I'm good at. It kind of keeps the skills sharp. It's kind of better than watching YouTube, like watching anything. A lot of times I'll be listening to something in the background too. But, and again, like I do this like maybe when I'm good, I do it once a week, but sometimes like 2-3 months. And it, you know, it just takes like maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. So it's not a huge amount of time in the grand scheme of things, and it's like at my leisure. It's not like I have to make a special trip somewhere. It's just like come in here with my stuff, spend a few hours organizing data. Oh, I guess you got to see all my my tags, so that's not embarrassing. Receipts, Devon apps, LinkedIn Recs, propaganda, inspiration, pictures of carputer. So obviously this organization system doesn't scale, at least from a UI perspective too, because I've got 14 tags in 14 sheets. The alternative would be to just have like one sheet and then columns for tags. You could have like tag 1, tag 2, tag 3. Let me go back to the chat. What's up, Andrew Lawrence? I see you're back. How you doing? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I kept trying to think like, man, is this the name of a person that I work with? Because I don't know, because I work with somebody with the same first name, but I don't know their last name. So I'm like, oh my God, is this a person from work? Oh. So if I seem like half freaking out sometimes around this Andrew Lawrence fellow, sorry for like being timid and weird. But even if you were from work, I don't think you'd see anybody too different. But it's just kind of like weird. It would be weird having confirmation that people know, because people probably know, but like nobody would say anything to me either way. So. Whatever. How you doing, Andrew Lawrence? Sorry if, yeah, I mean, I was like tequilaed out. So it is a sin to be drunk. It's not a sin to drink. Was I drunk or was I tipsy? Probably more so tipsy. But memory is imperfect to begin with. And yeah, I haven't even bragged like, yeah, I mean, I was like on the floor at 7 o'clock today working, and I worked till like 3:30. No, maybe closer to, yeah, 3 o'clock. 3:30. Or no, 2:30. That's why I messed up, because I knew it was earlier, and it was 2:30. But yeah, that's like, memory can be weird. It's like I leave every single day at basically the same times. And so it collapses into just like, this is when I leave for work. It's because it's, you know, the service goes until this time, and then a load of dishes come in, and then are all my day's things done. So it gets to be like 3 o'clock, and it's like, all right, let's get out. Labor's high today, or labor's not. We don't have a dishwasher coming in tonight. Different things can have me stay longer. You know, maybe I crush the boxes, maybe I don't, maybe I save them for the next person, right? What's up again, Kyle Zane? Steinmetz says, now I just wanted to emphasize I completely agree with you when I made that statement. ESP perception sense. However, I will respect your wishes and won't bring up the topic unless. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Looking straight at the camera too can be kind of intimate. I do it a lot, but I don't know if the cultures who talk about pictures take a piece of your soul and whatnot, and eyes are portals and stuff. Like, it would be different to look into a recording than a live, maybe, too. You joined the Patreon, Kyle. Thank you so much. What can I put on Patreon? Maybe you've, because yeah, I haven't posted there in a while, and it's like $20 a month. Yeah, that's like a big top priority question. I can ask the question, what should I be putting there? God, I need to go on there and look at if there's comments and stuff. The fart you ripped on the stream was beefy. Sweet. But yeah, and okay, so is there 3 options? I said that it's like to ask questions like that in public. Was I too harsh? It's either they know and they want to humiliate me, or they don't know and they don't have class. Is that too harsh? It's like, one can be transparent, but there's like, I don't know, like, why somebody would not. Maybe it's just naive. And is naive a lack of class? One hasn't developed just because one doesn't have class now doesn't mean one cannot develop the class. So that is something that maybe I could have said. Man, I'm just picturing the process of like going over, rereading my transcript, finding corrections for everything, and like putting them together too, because that would be a good practice, but that's production time. Like, so when the days were dark at 5:30, it's like a way different way of life than now. Like, seasonally, doing IT work, like chores, you might almost just batch them till the summer. Because like I said, it doesn't take any longer to do it weekly, monthly. It's like a straight through process. So it takes the same amount of overall time. I don't have to make any special trips. But maybe it's just like, all right, come summer, I just do a bunch of data entry. Now, if you want greater resolution in your reports and you're getting something from doing it weekly, then yeah, do it weekly. If you want to keep your skills sharp, like speaking practice, the daily vlog, then there's like, what value to doing that besides like, I just have something I want to be doing. And maybe other things will come out of it, but yeah, anyway. So yes, one can develop class. So even calling somebody not having class for saying that, it may sting or hurt, but yeah, I think the class can develop. So it's not a direct burn. It's not a permanent burn. It might be but a mere flesh wound. So yeah, Patreon, a couple minutes ago on Patreon. All right, so answering messages could be a perk of Patreon, especially if turning them off is an option and they're not off. Let me drink some water. I'm speaking fast, my breathing's getting fast. Because yeah, the question of money is in the air now, so now it's like tension. Because Patreon costs money, in case y'all don't know, right? So thank you so much. So like, something needs to be done for the money. Like, you don't want money that you don't work for even. Like, if I say things about not even just people on welfare, why don't I accept welfare? In part because I don't work for that money, but then I do pay taxes. Right? I've got a whole video on it. I don't want to go there right now. But yeah, like I just think, in short, I think you have to work for your money. And so the question of money comes up, and I feel like I'm not doing enough for Patreon. And I don't want to future fake anything. I don't want to overcommit anything. What is on there is previous benefits, licenses to get things free. So I think that is a big benefit. You can download my Notes app for free. That's a $30 value. That will go away eventually. It's just really for like the early adopters of Patreon, and I win because I want early adopters for the Notes app. So it is a win-win. It's an exchange in addition to what you're giving me, so I should be giving maybe a little more. Something exclusive is what I intend. What I say on there is basically what I've done, but I haven't been keeping up. Contact has always been a hard benefit for me to offer. But like 24-hour, I picture the exceptions so much because like software testing, you look for exceptions. My mindset maybe should not be there on that topic. True, people can change, people can grow. Am I gassy? No, I'm not. I'm gassing. Am I gassing? No, gassing I think has the intention of future faking. So I'm not gassing either. And I'm not farting a lot either. My name's Harlan, and my last Taco Bell intake was about 4 hours ago or 6 hours ago. Steinmetz, have I ever considered leaving the Bay to a place with lower cost of living? Thank you for the question. For the last year and a half, I have been outside the Bay Area in a place with probably the lowest cost of living you can find. Cheaper than Iowa. Thank you for the question. So, that's one piece of information that will be very interesting on the Homeless Data Project. Is each move that I've made will show the different costs of living, and anecdotally, they're about the same. I mean, of course, it grows, but between different places, Bay Area to Minneapolis to wherever I am now, food, I think you'll see it's a pretty steady cost per calorie. And so the receipt spreadsheet I have, I could put, actually I'm adding that right now. I'm gonna screen share for a sec. So a very good column to add will be calories. So obviously if it's not a food receipt, that's not a valid column, it'll just be null. In the DB, I want you lowercase. Please don't autocorrect. Calorie, oops, that was escape. Whatever, I remember. So then on Taco Bell, heck yeah, this will be fun. 1 second. I just got to set up my ops with the Z. Some members only videos, we can make that happen. Let me know at any time if the stream gets laggy. I'll wrap it up and I'll restart 5-10 minutes. Looks like we're going. Oh, one thing I can do is I can turn off the preview on my end. That'll save me a little resources with the Z at the end. All right. So I'm just opening up a incognito tab because we're going to go to tacobell.com and we're going to get the calories. I think it's like 500 per burrito. New private window. And then I will share the screen. And then Taco Bell, nutrition, info. I could totally just type Taco Bell Nutri info. But yeah, some members only videos on Patreon. Any idea? If you have a request and it's doable, probably little to no editing, maybe like putting clips together. I can record a screen share here. I haven't done a voiceover. Yeah, I have, because I've changed. There's multiple tracks in a video file. So I can take like a video and I can stack on the basically dub editing style. Picture all the dub editing operations, basically. I can do almost that, simple stuff I can build up with my current capabilities. Nutrition calculator. And this can feed into something that I've wanted anyway, which is a daily amount of calories that I've eaten. So if I have receipts for everything, then I can see how many calories I've eaten every day just from this, by adding one column to this data set. See? Aren't I glad I just did this little, like, oh, why do you brush your teeth every night? You don't have a cavity. Come on, just go to bed without brushing your teeth. You're fine. I basically just hit agree to these things if it's easier. But I'm in a private browser window, so whatever, right? It'll only agree for this context, hopefully. My meal is a bean burrito. Fresco style. Where's fresco? I guess I just have to make it fresco. So no shredded cheese. Protein. I add rice, which is protein. Let's see. Oh, there we are. Rice. Yeah, I got rice. No shredded cheese. I don't know. Sometimes they do different stuff with sauces. What is fresco style? Let's just ask the question. What is fresco style? I could explain it, but then there's the sauce thing, and then I get hung up. Can we go to the source? Cheese, sour cream, and mayo-based sauces are replaced with... Oh yeah, because different products can be fresco. Like Mexican pizza, I get veggie Mexican pizza with fresco sometimes. It doesn't have a great cost per calorie, but like less than once a month, I just like the crunch on the Mexican pizza. And is that me being deluded? Am I actually like getting it once a week and lying to myself? We got the data. We can see. How often do I get a Mexican pizza? Well, we don't have the exact items in the spreadsheet, but I already have a database with some samples of exact items on a receipt. So it expands the receipts data set further. Say I just want the items for my grocery store trips. I filter my grocery store receipts, I pull up all those images, and then I just type in all that data. Or AI, do all this with my data. So yeah, anyway, I don't think red sauce at Taco Bell has dairy then, because sometimes it comes with, and I kind of don't want the answer to this because I like the red sauce. So if it has dairy and they keep giving me red sauce, I will be very sad and might have to start sending it back because, yeah, I don't like to send stuff back at all. But it's just like if I know there's dairy, I just will not. We'll leave that as an open question. We got too many open questions on the stack. We just want the calories real quick. Hot sauce packets. I mean, okay. We'll add a little bit for mild sauce and breakfast salsa. So onions. Regular. Okay. So $3.90 something. Exact same width. So about 400 calories per bean burrito. I think we can copy and then paste into any old text box. Hit the home button. Find it in there somewhere. Calories. Not good enough. We need something better. Accessories. Pluma. That's basically Notepad. It might be WordPad if there's formatting. Yeah, just Notepad. We know it's 390. All that work. But also, now we have that data. 390. That's per. So then we have to look at the receipt and see how many bean burritos did I get. And we can infer that from the price as well. So if I've got a bunch of data that has the price of this, 2 burritos, I can infer the calories from that price. Now, will I miss some? Probably, but then I can just go through Taco Bell and look for ones that don't have calories and be like, oh yeah, that was another price for 2 because I went to a different location, different city taxes, whatever. Boom, 30 more filled in, right? From the Taco Bell in Palo Alto, whatever, that, it's a few cents different. All right. Let's go to the chat. Yeah, 400 calories. So I usually eat 2 or 3. And then, so that's 8 to 1,200 calories. And I eat other stuff in the day. And that's for less, per calorie, it's super good. And it's vegan, which that's the word for no dairy, no meat, which also means I can leave a few in a bag overnight or whatever, usually just 1 or 2, and have it for breakfast. So I can easily eat 4 or 5 in a day. And also consider I'm on my feet all day in a kitchen. So that means I'm burning like a lot more calories than I'm trying to put a number on walking calories. Oh, goodness. All right, so 400 calories, we got that answer. And then red sauce ingredients. I just want to know, is red sauce vegan? staring at my face. I can probably just share this screen. Purple cabbage. Oh, how to eat vegan at Taco Bell. From the source, tacobell.com. I wanted to get to the point where people see icebooge.com, harlanji.com. Boom, that's a solid, trustworthy place to go. You know? Like, people hate, like, I can't say in general people hate the name Icebooge, but the feedback that I got on the name, which was very limited sample size, it was not a positive reception. There's not, but you know, there was the lack of, well, what does the name mean? But also there's the wisdom of people don't usually ask that question. But one can respond to that, well, the right people do ask that question. But are you trying to sell to more people or the right people? You need to do something for the money, right? So if you're selling to a lot of people, you're doing less for the money. So maybe small ticket to a lot of people and big ticket to a few people. All right, let me go back to the chat real quick. Members only videos. Might still have Taco Bell farts in me. That'll be a good spreadsheet to look at. Says Steinmetz, for my budget, food costs take up a way more significant portion and increases each year while I eat less. Food costs take up a way more significant portion. Well, so you're saying way more, but I'd just say probably like way more than me or way more than what? You know what I mean? So another way to just not be in comparison to way more would just be like, would just say a significant portion, take up a significant, or a majority. I'm not trying to, sorry if that feels judgmental, just like words are fun to me sometimes, and making things more clear is good. So I mean that in a constructive way, not in a like, oh my gosh, because I tried to figure it out, so how can we say it without having to try to figure it out? It will be interesting to see this statistics on homelessness, says Kyle Zane. Hope that reduces the lag. I'm enjoying the stream. It's interesting to keep track of your calories. Yummy, leggy stream, decent amount of calories. Any farts brewing? No farts brewing, sir. Interesting to see the statistics on homelessness. The Homeless Data Project, I want to find out like key data for myself and then have other people fill in the same spreadsheets, and maybe not all of the spreadsheets, like, but you know what I figure out from like receipts or whatever, share, make them open source, and then people all have the same set of spreadsheets that they can evolve. I don't know how you, yeah, because the spreadsheet, this is a new idea. This is good. Let me voice memo this too. A way to do open source spreadsheets. And maybe someone's already done this. Look at the prior work. I'll just say it, and then, yeah, I can look at that in a sec. So a way to do spreadsheets in an open source way with OpenOffice spreadsheets. They're compressed XML files. And so you take the column portion of the file and you can just diff that. So you can basically filter the file, take out the content, and have it so it's just the documents without the content. And then so you might have like an external program to like unzip and then compare the content of the uncompressed XML file, take out some XML, so parse it as XML into DOM, take out the content portion of the DOM, document object model. So step by step by step by step. But then it's just a diff, a regular old diff, and then write that to disk, and then it's a regular old diff. So then someone changes, like, basically the empty document is what would be checked into Git then. So you just empty the content, check that into Git, and then you can diff it in that way. And then somebody adds a column like calories, or adds a new file, obviously new spreadsheet. A sheet is a portion within the XML file. Like, I already do some stuff with the receipts in one of my apps. With the tags. I open it up, I find the receipts sheet, and then I know that's my data, as opposed to all the other sheets' data. So yeah, open source spreadsheets in 2 minutes. Let's go. See, we're not really making content, we're just documenting. And I took that from some other video that I watched before. Or I saw the title might have been exactly that. It's not making content, it's documenting, or like the thumbnail image. But yeah, I mean, food is probably my biggest expense. It's at least $20 per day. While this access to this space is about $6 per day. And I make at my job like $80 per day. My car insurance is like $2 per day, $2 and maybe $2.25 per day. My storage is about $2 per day, about $2.50, $2.75 per day. My shower access is about $2.75 per day. My gas is about $45 per 7 days, so 45 over 7 is like $6 per day, something like that. So that gets me to the gym in a timely fashion. It's a few miles. It gets me to Taco Bell on my lunch break. Hot food, cool. Or I go in the morning and get like 4 and then microwave 2 at lunch or after work. It gets me to the park, so everyone will need access to nature at times. So once a week, maybe during the winter, unless it's to the parking lot. But with access to this space, I'm just here a lot more during the winter. Open air, fresh air, nature is like a huge benefit. So I get to go there. Oh, you could do all this on your bike. So instead of paying all that money for car stuff, then we at least need several hundred more calories per day. So at least 1 or 2 more bean burritos per day, right? And then there's those trips to Taco Bell. So maybe another bean burrito for another trip to Taco Bell. Like, that's a little bit of exaggeration, but there's a lot more moving around. If you have a car, you can just like time travel and get places. It's like so little money. And then it's also what I sleep in. So it's invaluable. Trading it for $5,000, get into an apartment. Now I have this huge anxiety of, if I lose my job, like, I'm out of this apartment like right away, because even without rent to pay, I can still like, I had to get charity to make it to my first paycheck. Like, I got the job, or I was about to get the job. Which was it? I'd have to go back and view, because I'm trying to make a different point, not dig that deep on that right now. So yeah. And then what else? Gas. Red Bull, I'm not buying Red Bull anymore, but that does mean on my janitorial days, I need coffee. So that's $15 a week for 3 janitorial days. It is what it is. I'm on the floor at 7 o'clock. I'm awake at about 5. My alarm is 5:03. I'm usually up by my alarm. So I'm already 11 and a half hours into my day. 14 hours is how long people usually go. I haven't chilled yet. I had a 30-minute lunch break. I drove to Taco Bell, ate my burritos in the car on the way back to work. Right? So yeah, open source spreadsheets, homeless data project. We got 35 people, 40 minutes. The stream's about to lag. I know people are going to say it real soon. I'm going to go with the chat in a second. But yeah, 35 people make significant, I think 32, makes statistical significance. And yeah, so once we have 32 people who have data that can be made into trends in general, right, without confounding variables and with, control or whatever it may be. Like somebody makes homemade, homegrown Taco Bell, exact same, as close as possible, versus going to the restaurant. Same oil even, and then, so first we find out the exact same oil and everything, probably canola. And then we do it with like ideal oil, like what are the differences there? See, we solve a variable and then we can solve more now that we have that solved. So scientific approach to the physics of homelessness, up the layers of Maslow's hierarchy, building on prior work, but still coming up with original stuff too. Kind of mumbling there, sorry, building on prior work. It's just sometimes I can't speak as fast as I am thinking about this right now. But, right, so I did drink a Red Bull too right before this. So I did buy a $3 Red Bull. It was the coconut berry one. I should not be saying the name because I don't want to do a free commercial. But yeah, I'm not drinking 12 per week, $20, $25 per week. Kyle says they're enjoying the stream. Thank you. It's interesting to keep track of your calories. Yummy. Like you said, it's lagging. I'm going to wrap it up then real quick. Do I keep track of my steps? Steinmetz, no. I have a couple points of reference from a long time ago. I'll copy these last few. No, I'll just answer them here, even if it's lagging. 18,000 per day is the number I got while I was doing one of my retail jobs. So I would guess probably 25,000 right now. All of that is affordable. More bean burritos, more farts. That's right, good sir. Hope you're successful in it. Craig Candor, welcome. I recognize you. Aldi has good generic Red Bull. It's like $150 instead of $250. All right, that'll be my last mention of any name of a product. But if you're in chat, you can read it. Yeah, so I guess the Red Bull's a little bit of a system shock. Also, I'm on a pretty empty stomach by now. I think we've been streaming for like 2.5, 3 hours. I'm 13 and a half hours into my day. I took a lunch break. I think I went to the park this morning just for like